Celebrities who declared bankruptcy due to their lavish lifestyle. Bert Reynolds. Bert Reynolds has been a successful movie star throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s, but he was forced to declare bankruptcy in the 90s. Reynolds' bankruptcy filing was triggered in part by a lavish lifestyle and the other part by an expensive and messy divorce in 1993 from his second wife, actress Loni Anderson. Due to large costs and dwindling income, Reynolds not only lost his $40 million fortune, he also owed $3.7 million in loan to CBS, which led to declaring bankruptcy in 1996. When he filed for the bankruptcy, he listed $6.65 million in assets and debts totaling $11.2 million. Reynolds told Vanity Fair in 2015, "I've lost more money than is possible because I just haven't watched it." The movie star spent heavily on real estate, a private jet, 150 horses, and over $100,000 in toupees in the 80s. Reynolds' dinner theater was foreclosed on by the mortgage lender and his ranch was sold. After his bankruptcy, he continued to act and managed to get himself out of bankruptcy 2 years later. He was even awarded the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor in the film Boogie Nights. He was still making movies and had other ongoing financial issues at the time of his death in 2018. Mike Tyson. Former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson was a top earner during his boxing career. But in 2003, he filed for bankruptcy with a debt of around $23 million, despite making $400 million during his 20-year career. The former champion went crazy with his money, spending it on jewelry, prostitutes, mansions, and cars, to name a few. Among his most lavish and legendary expenditures were 3 white Bengal tigers, which cost hundreds of thousands to buy and train and $1,500 a day to feed. Tyson also had to pay $9 million in a divorce settlement, and he was behind on child support. Tyson has since recouped his losses, thanks in part to taking on Hollywood film roles and to investing wisely in a series of businesses, including a successful cannabis brand, Tyson 2.0. MC Hammer. Stanley Burrell, better known by his stage name MC Hammer, was one of the most popular rappers of the early 90s. The musician sold 18 million copies of Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Them, won 3 Grammy Awards, and earned more than $70 million in the 90s. By 1996, however, he filed for bankruptcy because he did not have the income to support his lavish lifestyle and defend all the lawsuits that were filed against him. He listed over 200 creditors with debts totaling at least $10 million and only $1 million in assets. He lavishly spent all his wealth on a $1 million mansion that he made $30 million worth of adjustments to, including a gold hot tub, which he sold for less than $7 million. He also staffed 200 people in his home. He also bought a horse stable where he kept 19 race horses. His over-the-top spending also included luxury cars, a record company, and airplanes. Burrell eventually turned his life around, rebranding as an entrepreneur and investor. Toni Braxton. The 5-time Grammy Award winner filed for bankruptcy twice throughout her career. The first time was in 1998, due to a bad record deal and her spending addiction. Braxton was $3.9 million in debt, and all of her household possessions, including the 2 Grammys she received in 1997, were priced to sell to pay off her creditors. The second time was in 2010, when she listed assets up to $10 million and debt totaling as much as $50 million. Those debts occurred when she canceled her self-financed Las Vegas show after being diagnosed with microvascular angina. Her bankruptcy documents revealed a lengthy list of possible creditors. Some of the lavish companies included the Four Seasons Hotel, Neiman Marcus, Tiffany & Co., and BMW Financial Services, and money owed on a lavish mansion she could no longer afford. She revealed that she even considered posing for Playboy to try to help with her debts. Braxton settled her second bankruptcy in 2013, likely due to her reality show Braxton Family Values. 6 months later, however, she purchased a $3 million mansion in the celeb-heavy Calabasas, California neighborhood, The Oaks. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson retired from the NBA court in 2010 with $200 million in his pocket, but 2 years later, it was all gone. His lavish lifestyle included mansions and cars and, of course, jewelry. By the time he went bust, he owed $900,000 payments to a single jeweler in Georgia. But ultimately, he signed a deal with Reebok for $800,000 per year, plus a $32 million trust which he will have access to in 2030. Stephen Baldwin. In the 90s and early 2000s, Hailey's father, actor Stephen Baldwin, graced the silver screen starring in films like The Usual Suspects, Biodome, and The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas. Despite his success, the actor filed for bankruptcy in 2009, owing $1.2 million on 2 mortgages, $70,000 in credit card debt, and over $1 million in taxes. In 2013, he was arrested and pleaded guilty for failure to file income taxes for 3 years. His financial troubles continued into 2017 when he had the home foreclosed upon after 6 years of no mortgage payments. Dion Warwick. In 1991, Dion Warwick was left with just over $1,000 in cash after decades of a successful musical career. The singer filed for bankruptcy in 2013. She had unpaid taxes totaling $10 million, another $500,000 in lawyers and managers' fees, and tens of thousands in credit card debt. The singer, who made hits of many Burt Bacharach and Hal David songs and won 5 Grammys in a 50-year career, was left with just over $1,000 in cash and $1,500 worth of furniture and clothes. She blamed her downfall on financial mismanagement and her compulsive shopping habit. Today, she's still on the road to recovery. A documentary about her life called Dion Warwick Don't Make Me Over was expected to premiere on CNN in 2023. Wesley Snipes. Actor Wesley's tax problems were one of the most high-profile criminal tax evasion defendants in modern history. The actor served more than 2 years in prison for tax fraud, and at one point owed the IRS more than $23 million for failing to pay taxes on time. He also lost multiple homes to foreclosure during that period of his life. Part of his trouble was caused by lavish spending. He bought an $8 million mansion in Alpine, New Jersey, an exclusive haven for rappers, athletes, and other new money millionaires. These days, he's back on screen with films such as Dolomite Is My Name, Cutthroat City, and Coming to America 2. Antoine Walker. NBA star Antoine Walker earned almost $110 million over the course of his remarkable career. By 2010, he had nothing to show except a bankruptcy proceeding. He had to declare bankruptcy with $4.3 million in assets and $12.7 million in liabilities. His financial issues was caused by his baller lifestyle, included lavish expenditures on houses, cars, and shiny things. He also took on legions of haters who treated him as a human ATM machine. 2 years later, Walker was debt-free. Today, he's an advocate for financial literacy. Warren Sapp. In 2012, Warren Sapp joined the list of athletes who squandered a fortune on lavish purchases when he filed for bankruptcy. When the NFL defensive lineman retired in 2008, the Hall of Famer made a series of bad business decisions and ended up $6.7 million in debt, which meant that his assets were liquidated to pay back his lenders. Although he earned more than $82 million over the course of his career, Sapp had just $826 in his bank account by 2012, thanks to purchases such as 15,000 square foot mansion, 240 pairs of sneakers, and a lion skin rug.